Good afternoon, everyone. I have the honor and pleasure of having Rabbi B.
Hello.
He was once Uncle Moshe in a different life.
Maybe. Possible.
He has hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. Collectively.
And allegedly.
And he's on Tavito too.
Absolutely. Tavito.
You're on the competition or no? You're not on the competition one?
Who was that? Tavito?
No, the Tavito has a competition.
Oh, just Tavito. For now.
Rabbi B. So he's like the new Uncle Moshe for my kids. They like him better than Uncle Moshe.
Oh,
even though technically Rabbi B was...
I never said to like anyone more than anyone else. We can like both.
Rabbi, did you think you'd end up being the Jewish Barney? Or this can't look...
This is purple and pink green here.
Was it your life plan?
My intention was to make Jewish children happy and excited about Jewish things.
How long ago did that vision or idea start?
Since I was a little kid, but I started in 2014 as Rabbi B.
As Rabbi B?
Yeah.
But before that you were performing at all?
Just for kind of family concerts and things like that.
But as a teenager you planned on being a performer?
Always wanted to work with kids. Teaching or educating or entertaining, always, yeah.
So why is the landscape so not full of people like you? Why, I don't know of anyone besides you and Uncle Moshe.
You have to love it. You have to really love just working with children. If you love the sound of a child laughing, then that's the job for you. But if you like other sounds, then maybe,
What if you like the cha-ching sound?
That you may want to find a different job. Unless, but I always say, do what you love, and then, Hashem knows your phone number. Hashem can find you the hatzlacha.
What about the first time you performed and you charged? What was that experience like?
Very nervous, but you get over the nerves, you try your best, and looking back, I probably wasn't that good, but you try your best and you grow from there. You have to start.
How much did what was the price you charged for your first concert?
Probably $16.
And who
probably
paid?
A teenager doing a birthday party with puppets.
Who was the first person?
It was some kid on my street that said, "Hey, you're funny. Could you entertain my kids?"
$16.
I don't know, whatever it was, $20.
$20 like, Canadian, so it's not.
It was like a $10. I still make that much now, by the way.
Do you think there'll be more people in your field, or do you think it's a pretty unique?
I sure hope so. I think that there's no limit for entertaining and educating children, and I think we should all, if we're good at it and something we want to do, we should just do it. And
you mentioned before that your friends in this space get a little on edge because you just turn on a camera and perform. Mm-hmm. That's your whole budget, and he has to hire animators and writers and everything.
Everyone has what they want to do. So you have the stuff you're good at. If you're good at art, then get your stuff in the Leviim gallery. If you're good at music, get yourself on Spotify.
If you walk down Kingston Avenue, do kids point at you? They recognize?
Mothers and kids, yes. Kids point and mothers say, "Are you Rabbi B?"
They don't know if you. They have to ask.
No, they usually do know. They ask out of politeness. Instead of saying, "Hey, Rabbi B," they say, "You're Rabbi B."
So you walk down Kingston for you is an activity?
Yes, I have to sign a lot of autographs.
Bathurst, the same?
A lot of heads.
Bathurst Street, the same?
Bathurst in Toronto, it depends which
Bathurst
section.
and Lawrence?
Bathurst and Lawrence, not so much. More Bathurst than Clark, which is the north part of the city.
And people will point and cheer.
People will honk, cheer,
selfies,
laugh. They usually laugh at me.
Selfies?
Even people that I don't know. Selfies, many selfies.
How many selfies have you done since you started your career?
Many.
Over 100?
Over 100.
Over 1,000?
Maybe not 1,000.
What was the stupidest comment someone told you regarding your career?
As Rabbi B or in general?
Rabbi B.
As Rabbi B, someone said, "Hey, why don't you spend a lot of money and take out loans and borrow money to do this?" And I said, "No, I bought myself a guitar, and that's all I bought till now."
So you're
develop your tools, develop this. You don't need to develop.
So you're assuming it's you don't know, because if you would borrow and you don't know what would come up, you don't know what would happen.
I don't know. I'm sure Hashem would make it successful as well, but I like to do things myself, and I like to do things the way I want to do things, and I don't want to be indebted to anybody. I like to give.
Farthest you traveled to perform?
Eretz Yisrael, London, England.
You flew to Israel, London to perform? Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're like the real deal.
Oh, yeah.
How many times in
Even
Israel?
on the plane I performed once.
How many times to Israel?
One time.
Once? England?
England 3 times.
3 times. Africa, Australia, not yet?
Not yet.
Mexico?
Getting there. Mexico, I'm afraid of the ice.
LA?
LA, yeah, I've been to LA. I performed, not in LA though, I never performed.
What was your biggest crowd? How many people?
Ooh, well, we had over 10,000 people at one show once we did for children. Not as Rabbi B, though. Wink, wink.
Where?
But as Rabbi B, I've had...
Gotcha.
Yeah, but as Rabbi B, I've had some large concerts in Toronto, Baruch Hashem. And, yeah, a lot of times I do community shows, and the community has all their people.
What's your website?
couple hundred. You can find me online. I'm on Instagram and on Facebook. I also have a website for myself, yossiberkton.com, which has all my personal
What about
information.
RabbiB.com? Does that
It's
exist?
getting worked on. Rabbi.com right now is a Reform rabbis' philosophies.
Oh, so what's
I don't
yours?
own Rabbi.com, but under yossiberkton.com you can find a lot more about Rabbi.
Don't you think for branding you should have a RabbiB.org,
.org,
something,
I'm working on it.
.co?
Yeah.
So anyone wants...
I don't like to put stuff out that isn't fully ready.
That's you.
Yeah.
Some people have...
I don't like the websites that say, "Oh, subscribe to my
Coming soon.
website. There's going to be 20 videos a week," and then they put one on and then nothing else. Then,
That's
you,
a
then
wrap.
you lose all the traction.
My kids are big fans,
I'm big fans of your kids.
and if my kids are pretty particular what they look, so if they're watching Rabbi, he's definitely good.
Wonderful.
Check him out. Not at
We should have
RabbiB.com.
done this as one of those 72 questions where I'm walking around doing stuff as you're talking to me. I should have moved more.
But I know Rabbi B for many, many years in Toronto,
Yes.
back in Yeshiva, before he was rich and famous.
And I know Moshe before he was dealing in this high-end, beautiful art at the Leviim Gallery. I assumed it's called as much because you were a Levi, correct?
Correct. It was actually because I had a failed band and I used a band
Oh,
sign.
I remember the band. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. It's saxophone, right? Big saxophone.
Sax,
Yeah, that's it.
thanks, signing off.